Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I start, because I'm a cool guy. No, actually, I'm a dickhead. But anyway, what's up, everybody? I'm on a 3-day ban. 2 more days of it. So I figured this might be a good way to get back out there for a second and show people I'm still out there. First of all, based on the fact that I had just seen it, and it's an unfortunate occurrence, get well soon to Mario Delgado. He don't know me. I don't think he cares about knowing me either. But as far as I know, he takes care of his kids. He's a good dude. A lot of people that I know him and like him. So I hope he recovers quickly. And Blase Rose is a cunt of astronomical proportions for thinking that because she got caught up in talking to him and then making herself look bad and then having to turn into the whole. To think that because of some shit like that, a man deserves to get stabbed is just like crazy level shit. So, yeah, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with me? But now, listen, that's not what really this is about, because that's just the current occurrence. It's a shame that it happened. Again, I wish him a speedy recovery. But this is for King Krimzon. Who the fuck is King Krimzon? I had never heard this name, not seriously anyway, until a week ago when this fucking Dr. Phil bullshit happened. It wasn't even a week ago, was it? It was just last Friday, right? So, like, okay. So number one, let's be frank here. Most horrorcore rappers are shit rappers. That's a fact. The simple truth is that the horrorcore movement, the horrorcore genre, was started by Esham and ICP. Those were the two major contributors. I know Def Jam is going to try to say that it was the Ghetto Boys or fucking Gravediggers or whatever, but those of us who actually care about this shit know the truth. In any case, Esham was a bit of a different story because Esham was, just straight hip-hop from the get, but ICP was always, metal shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was how that started. That was essentially how I really got into it. I found out about ICP through a friend of mine in Hebrew school that I met who put me on to, like, I can't remember if he put me on to White Zombie. He put me on to Korn at the very least, which that's pretty epic when you think about it. But, and then he eventually put me on to ICP with the great Malenko. And, but then my first show I went to was with these kids. One was named Russell and one was named Ariel. They went to Columbia High School with me at the time in Maplewood, New Jersey. And it was a really good show. I had a great time. And the thing was, they weren't necessarily juggalos. They may be. They may still be. I haven't seen them yet. And, I mean, I've been in the juggalo scene for a while now. I feel like I would have ran into them again by now. But point being, they were metalheads. That was how I knew them. We hung out and smoked cigarettes at lunch and shit, and they were into metal. And so, like, the fact that, like, a horrorcore rapper is going to try to jump out like they are, and then you fucking basically when it's exposed that they don't have real talent, they're going to be all shocked and shit. When the reality is that most horrorcore rap was made by people that weren't that into rapping. That was a newer development that came in the late 90s, early 2000s. And realistically, when Twisted showed up on the scene with Psychopathic, that was when it started to shift. But, I mean, there was a lot of shit. Like LU Cypher and fucking Simkin Heights and shit like that. So, I mean, look, the point is that this motherfucker is acting like the fan base owes him something, or that ICP owes him something. And that's the shit that's confusing to me. Like, look, let me break this down for you, bro, in the event that you're watching this. Because I don't know if you are, you probably won't. You're self-absorbed dickhead, I get it. But, look, my career started, basically, by going to the Gathering in 2004, and then meeting low-key not long after. We met briefly there, but we didn't really hang. And then after that, making some music. And then once Hell's Pit came out, Jay heard it, liked it, flew me to Michigan, and fucking I re-recorded the song that would become Come and Get Me off of In the Absence of Sanity. Now, Violent J brought me into his home, into the Lotus Pod. I met Sugar Slam before she was Sugar Slam while she was pregnant with JJ. All right? And I'm not saying that for status because I don't fucking care. Whatever. That's cool. It was I was honored to have had that happen, but it doesn't make me better than anybody else. This is the point that I'm trying to make when what I'm saying. I was in Violent J's home. Violent J doesn't know who the fuck I am. And for you to say, you know damn well who I am because I played your gathering. Oh, so you don't read through the... Motherfucker, do you think that he even sees the proofs before they send that shit off? Do you think that he even... The only time Violent J sees those books, I'd be willing to bet, is when people bring them to the fucking signings, they put them in front of him, and he signs the signature portion. You kidding me? Violent J ain't got no fucking time for that shit. And even if he did, I certainly know if I was Violent J, I wouldn't give a fuck about who was opening the gathering. What are you kidding me? They're doing you a favor. They're putting you on a fucking stage in front of hundreds of people that could potentially be your fans because they know that you do something similar. But what? Are you fucking serious? Do you think that being put on the gathering means you're good? Are you what? Fucking, if I had the gathering books from not even every year, just the years that I've gone, I could point out fucking what? There's always like a couple of cats that are like about their shit, you know what I'm saying? But there's always a whole lot of fucking nothing clogging up the gathering book. And you, my friend, are a lot of nothing. That's the whole fucking point. That you can act like you're a big fucking deal when you're not even good at what you do. You think that getting brought on Dr. Phil, first of all, Dr. Phil, you think that is going to be a moment where people are going to look at you like, wait, what? I don't care if it's an act. I don't care if Dr. Phil staged that shit. You walked on that stage and you spouted the fucking lines. And now you have the audacity to try to fucking speak back at ICP because they told you the fucking straight out truth that, you want to know what? They're sound bites at this point, but they're legit. Is fucking number one, it doesn't take a horrorcore aficionado to know that you ain't got no fucking talent. You ain't got to listen for that long to know that you ain't that good. And the fact of the matter is that when you try to... This is one of the things I can't stand about horrorcore, by the way, is because it started in metal, and metal has just as much bravado as fucking rap does, you know, they're not going to fucking back down from my shit as dope, regardless of how garbage it is. So, I'm not fucking convinced, all right? I came up around people that actually fucking rap. And that's the kind of people I fuck with. That's the kind of people I market to. And you know what? There's a lot of juggalos out there that do appreciate real rap. So, you know, there's that. But then what was the other one? Any real friend would tell you that you're embarrassing yourself. That's the shit right there. Like, nobody wants to fucking admit that they're a shitty rapper and that they need to stop. Are you kidding me? I wish I sucked. I wish I was bad at this. Because then I would know I had no fucking chance and I needed to get the fuck out of Dodge and find a better thing to do. Like, most people don't remember that Chuck Reeves was a rapper. I'm not going to go into it. You can look it up if you want. He wasn't bad. There was a track, Stone Stupid, that he did with Infinity, and him and Duddy were on it, and that shit was good. Dope man. That shit was dope. But... fact of the matter is, Chuck realized that he wasn't maybe... You want to know what? I think he got to the point where he was like, you know what? I can rap, but why fucking bother? I can be part of all this, and I can just walk around talking shit about it. Why not do that? If you know you suck at rapping, you can still do that. There's a few different people out there that approve that shit. So why fucking clog up the stage with your bullshit? When you could be making way for people that could actually make the genre better and actually make the shit out there more. But no, it's got to be all about you. That's one thing I can't fucking stand about horrorcore, is that because anybody can do it, because it's based on that kind of fucking, like, infrastructure and culture, that whack motherfuckers can get out there because they, you know, like, they got a lot of fucking friends, or, you know, they're big and strong in the fight, everybody, or fucking whatever, they got drugs, and then fucking everybody wants to come around, and then people start showing up to their shows because they know the party rolls with that guy. So then, even though his music fucking sucks, everybody starts to think this guy is actually something, so fucking everybody starts to, oh, let me fucking check this guy out. It's a fucking, it's a vicious cycle. But the fact of the matter is this, that if you're going to go on, I didn't watch the episode. I wanted to, but after hearing everything about it, I feel like I just gotta, I'm just gonna hang back. And if I need to verify something, I'll watch it. But case in point, I heard something about like fucking, you have spent $70,000 developing your character? Okay, well, so during any of that market research, did you notice that that name is already being fucking used by a metal band? Well, there's that. Second of all, I remember when I seen you. First, the fact that you said, I am the Wicked One? What? Man, you're lucky that fucking the actual Wicked One just came out of brain surgery and isn't all the way right yet. Because I know that he's already kind of fucking said some shit, but he's recovering and loving his family like a good man fucking should. So, he ain't got time for it. But I'm going to say it. Are you fucking kidding me? You had vampire teeth in and you were, yeah, I am the Wicked One. Yeah, with my magical power. Like, get the fuck off the stage. You are so bad. What are you still doing? You're booking a get a job tour? That's what the next step is. That's what, you are not Danielle Bregoli, motherfucker. What makes you think that the world at large is interested in you? Danielle Bregoli didn't go on there trying to be a rapper. She went on there being a shitty teenager and said some shitty teenager shit, and the internet was like, you see that teenager doing that teenage shit? And then fucking the internet. There you have it. The internet don't give a fuck about you, bro. The internet is not interested in King Krimzon. Not... Juggalos are interested in King Krimzon, and juggalos are on the internet. There is a big difference. Juggalos and the internet are not mutually exclusive. Dr. Phil is not the kingmaker. You are not king of anything. Like, seriously. The funny thing about this is that I already know it's not even just me. If you were to come to New England, like if you were to play Boston or Rhode Island or New Hampshire or Maine even, like there are going to be people that are going to be like, dude, no. We're going to show up and be like, what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? You're embarrassing the genre. A lot of us take this shit very seriously. And I mean, apparently you take it seriously enough to fucking put your family in debt and potentially ruin your life. But here's the other problem with that. The fact that you have said that it's all staged and it's all this and all that, you want to know what? The fact of the matter is I can never prove it. I can never prove that you're actually $70,000 in debt. I can't prove that you got money, got this, got that. I can't prove that it was fucking real or it wasn't. But the fact that you would fucking play that role, the fact that you would be that guy and think that getting on the fucking stage of Dr. Phil, and you knew what the premise of the show was, yes? The premise of the show was not, let's check out this rapper who's kind of dope. It was about this dude's ruining his family's life through his awful music, and let's get his idols to fucking come on here and be like, dude, yeah, you're terrible, please stop. Like, that's the problem, man. You're too much of a fucking coward to admit that you're wrong and that you don't know what you're doing here. And that, like, there's some juggalos that are real fucking easy to impress, man. I have seen some horrible fucking music pass as dope shit in the juggalo world. And for you to think that that's worth it to fucking, like, all I'm going to say is this, man. If you for real are making your family suffer for you to rap, you're the biggest kind of piece of shit there is. Because you want to know what? I got off Facebook for 4 straight fucking years while I had having my family and living the way that I am. I checked the numbers the other day. 4 fucking years I was off of Facebook. Because I was trying to have more to do with my family. I still rapped. I still released shit. Sex and Violence came out during that time period. Arguably some of my better work. The Horrors of Reality is, in my opinion, one of the most important songs I ever wrote. But I was more concerned with making sure my family was fucking taken care of before making sure I had a fucking show to do or making sure that I had a fucking track to record or an album to put out. What the fuck kind of shit is that? That's what I was fucking talking about on Man Up. That's real. A lot of y'all neglecting your families for an invisible rap deal. Even Isham has a real job, so you ain't got an excuse. Get the fuck up for work and pay your bills. You kidding me? Fucking on top, like I work I work as full-time as I can, but the rest of my time, I'm making sure that my family is taken care of so that my wife can go out and collect the fucking dead. And God willing, in a couple of years after she gets licensed, I'll be able to follow her into the industry. But we'll get into that another time. The fact of the matter is this. Horrorcore does not love you. The juggalos, some juggalos might love you. But I personally, I'm not speaking for all juggalos, but most of the juggalos I know don't love you. And the fact that you can still be as arrogant as you can, as arrogant as you are, and continue to behave as though you have any manner of moral high ground, like you are doing anything right, is astounding to me. But you want to know what? It's 2018. All right? People are eating fucking Tide Pods. So I guess anything is possible. Like, oh man, I don't even know. It's fucking insanity. I need to get something to fucking drink. My mouth is all dry from yelling, being angry at this dumb shit. Getting fucking tired. The juggalo world turning into a burning heap of bullshit just because motherfuckers want to be part of it and be the coolest guy in the room instead of actually contributing to the fucking culture. Shit is a travesty. So was that. I had to take two tries of that. Much better. Now, you know what? I'm going to sign off from this and go enjoy the rest of my day. So, in conclusion, King Krimzon fucking sucks. I really don't feel like I need to say much more than that. Because that shit is really evident. And I want people to know. Man, I'm pretty fucking stoned. All right. Well, I'll be back on Facebook in a couple of days. Until then, fuck off.